Chat for a second.
So
What's happening, guys?
let's talk about you trying to share your fan.
Huh?
Trying to share your fan.
Yeah, because I'm really hot.
I'm hot too.
I'm like baking.
What if I was hot too?
Do you have a fan that you can use?
Do
I
you
do have
ever
fan.
bring a fan?
I don't ever walk with one.
Exactly. So you don't even get to, you know, like people who did never bring out a charger, like a portable charger,
I always have a portable.
and also want to use your.
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah, that's Leon.
At least you have a. At least you bring a fan.
Yeah.
I bring a charger.
Okay.
So in this
fine.
scenario, I'm not still winning.
I mean, we're winning, baby. We're not winning. Huh?
Oh.
Sorry, excuse me.
Let's
Are
discuss.
you replacing Farah today?
You actually need to be on mic anyway.
We can't hear, but I'd like you to say it louder.
Yes, I am. Yes, because I was power walking.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Power walking. Were you
But
power
I'm
walking?
always hot anyway. Like that's
Yeah.
a standard.
General.
Like I'm hot.
I'm not. I'm generally cold. I'm generally always cold.
Serious.
Reason.
Really?
Yes.
I can have that sometimes.
No.
Yes.
Mm-mm.
And my toes and my hands. It's a problem.
Serious. It's
Mhm.
circulation.
Mhm.
Oh, brave.
Oh.
Sorry.
Not diagnosed though.
You just made it up. Do you believe people can actually self-diagnose things? Because you know, every day I'm just like, yeah, I probably have ADHD just because I watch so many TikToks of ADHD and I can just recognize my own behavior. But like, it doesn't necessarily mean I have it.
No.
But do you think it's valid if people self-diagnose?
No.
No. You need to go through the procedure.
It's why
I
Kevin
think you can
needs a
pretty
mic.
much.
Mic yourself up, Kevin. People miss you, you know. They do. Huh? Oh,
You
Why,
know-
you
you
want
know the
fans?
people
Why
that
should
miss
you?
you.
Like, what people? Who are my fans?
Yeah.
He has got fans, you know.
I know, I've heard.
Seriously, every time.
The auntie fans need to know you. Hmm? Wow, what? Hold on,
Oh.
wow.
What happened?
Huh?
Oh, what's
I missed
happening?
this.
What happened?
Oh, serious?
Am I? What's happening?
What's happening?
Tell me now, so I know. It's like to all the other babes.
Sorry, Mental Excel Digital was saying I do actually have ADHD, but Nana doesn't believe me.
No.
Why? Why don't you believe
I'm
him?
not I don't subscribe to this self-diagnosis
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
of ADHD.
Okay,
yeah.
so I watched something with Stephen Bartlett where he interviewed someone, don't ask me who, I don't remember, but they said that all of these things are linked to breathing. So if you don't breathe properly, as in through your nose, then you can get things like ADHD and like,
Anxiety.
do you know what I mean? And all those kind of
Oh.
things. So yeah. But I was just thinking, that's really interesting.
I kind of I don't know if it's breathing. I don't know. I think that
But
most of us are
Mm.
neurodiverse. And
Right.
there
You
isn't a
think?
set template for normal
Yeah.
that we have been told about. No, I think most people have ups and downs and different types of ways that their brain works.
I could go for
And I
that.
think food is a contribution, environment,
Yeah.
lack of water, all of these things is making our brains fire in different ways, technology. And so loads of people are saying, I have ADHD. And really, it's technology, attention, bad food. It's not
Just it's
I
agree.
what it is.
You know,
Yeah,
I
but
had
what if like people like our generation, obviously we come from a time before that technology.
Yeah.
And so if you
Full
still
internet.
so you still were displaying those behaviors when you were young. Do you know what I mean? How do you explain that? Because that's got nothing to do with like
I think
technology, for example, and the food was probably better. Do you know what I mean?
But I think there's an element of, yes, you can probably pick out some of the symptoms and the signs, say this really does look like it's this. But I just think also we're overexposed and stimulated to all these kind of illnesses that have just kind of just appeared or manifested to become more. And I think it's easier to say this is what it is than actually going through the steps from removing the stimulants that are causing these extra behaviorisms. Because if we did switch off our, social media at a certain time, if we did eat better, take walks, go outside, communicate, socialize in a way that's not behind a screen and isolated.
Yeah, maybe
What would
our
that
brains
be?
would fire differently.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's a fable.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that. I just think it's easy. Okay, so ADHD. I have ADHD. And
Sorry. No. No,
Like, there's something to hype in it.
listen, guys. First of all, we're just joking, okay? Don't just come for us. We're just joking. But no, you got. What do you mean? And
no,
So
but
what's
what you
the
can
next
do?
step?
because it can explain how your acting, how you're, because okay, right, I have this trait where I definitely lose my train of thought when I'm speaking. I can jump from subject to subject to subject like very, very quickly. Do you know what I mean? And for some people that can come across manic, it can come across like what do you call it? Like even now, losing my train of thought, but like it can come across as like not coherent, like that sort of thing, which isn't actually the case. That's just how my brain functions. So like if I'm able to put a label on that or like to explain that, maybe it makes it easier for the other person to understand where I'm coming from.
But maybe ADHD is a normality as well.
No, I don't think it is.
Because I
don't see that trait in a lot of people.
But my cousin said this the other day that the way you
in more people.
My cousin said the other day, you're acting like you're ADHD. Why are you going from here to there to there? And because I can be quite manic in my behavior in that respect. I do start things, don't finish things, move on to the next thing, be juggling 10 things in a go. But I've never, my cousin said it the other day, he's like, oh, is it? Maybe I've got ADHD. Not laughing at it, but I'm just saying that because of some of my behaviorisms, and I lose my train of thought if I'm really not focused. But then I've never applied it to something. Anyway,
I mean, I think I think that is you might do, but I think it needs to be like where it's like it's so uncontrollable and also it's a constant. Do you know what I mean? Like it's not something that you can switch on and off, or if you're concentrating or not concentrating. Do you know what I mean? Yes. There's no way in the world that my thought patterns will ever change in that. Do you know what I mean? And it hasn't since I was a child.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
That's the okay. I would just say instead of TikTok diagnosis,
how about
it's a thorough with a doctor or a friend. Like it needs to be that way, because there definitely are some people who, when they say I'm ADHD, I am like, oh, that explains a lot.
Yeah,
and they don't function well. So when my husband is saying I think I have ADHD, it's like, okay, it could be a spectrum. I don't know. I haven't looked into it thoroughly, but you function fine. But there are people that I know who literally can only hold a job for about 6 to 8 weeks, always, because they switch. Like it's like they can't do it longer. Then they start unraveling. Then they get the sack, and that's their pattern. And when they get the diagnosis, it's like I understand it. So when a normal person says it, I feel like you're trivializing.
Normal, but they could be high functioning.
Yeah, they could be.
Do you know what I mean?
Like, that's why we need
but that's not fair to them, because they're suffering, but they're able to high function, so they don't get a sympathy for their suffering.
But I think it's like
that's what folks are after, huh?
So get the diagnosis. Get the actual diagnosis.
It's not.
Get the
sympathy, huh?
No, sorry, say that again, Kevin. They're suffering because it's like it's harder to function in a normal way, because it's almost like you're always being funneled to function this way. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like everybody else doesn't, so you have to work harder.
ADHD and you apply for a job, you have to write it down, right?
Yeah.
You don't have to,
but you could
you can
it.
if you
Why
want
not?
to.
Because you've been medically diagnosed.
Yeah, but it can work
definition.
against you. It can work against you, honestly. Like even with like, I'm diagnosed dyslexia.
Every 6 or 8 weeks. I don't think that's just a spiritual attack.
Kevin. Guys, this is moving into the realms of Auntie, get your church, get bathed in the blood of Jesus, and then your ill ailments will be cured.
Oh my God!
You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God!
That's all you need. A spiritual bath.
I'm having a spiritual attack. They probably would just
another day
subscribe it like that back in the day.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
we would
like
have been burnt as witches, most of us.
Yeah.
No, that's
true.
You
would have been burnt at the stake. Definitely.
You've been describing ADHD without calling it ADHD.
That's your husband.
Yeah.
There's no sympathy in this boat.
But that's not fair.
But the thing for me, I think what you need is a diagnosis, an official diagnosis to calm the naysayers. And I don't like people that say, I'm ACD. I think I've said it before on the podcast. I don't like people that, not you, but other people who are like, oh, I've got this. No, you're just a neat freak. You haven't got OCD, because OCD people are really struggling in this.
You know,
I hate that.
Like trivializing it.
It's like, it's not okay.
OCD. No, you haven't.
You literally, my OCD has kicked in.
No, it hasn't.
Do you think people with OCD would love to have it just kick in?
Yeah,
exactly.
True. Okay, fair.
They can't leave the house unless
But I'm just like,
because
people do say online, they do say like, even though it's self-diagnosis, is still valid. I'm not saying I believe that. I'm just saying what people say.
To the online community.
That's all.
To the online community. Welcome to Your Aunties Could Never. I'm Auntie AK, and I'm here with
Nana
and Sade.
And Auntie Farah is not here, but she'll be back. She'll be back. How are you guys?
Wait, we've got another member.
We do.
Yeah.
Seriously?
I'm seeing the mic is being activated.
Wow.
Yeah.
Come on, Kev, the producer. Inside.
Wow. All of that.
Kevin's back.
Kevin's back.
Welcome, 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 welcome.
Back.
Is it an uncle, a cousin, a nephew?
No, I'm just here to flirt with AK, to be honest.
Jesus Christ. Don't, because I will blush.
With his full
I'm
chest.
just here for the vibe.
He's just here to flirt with AK.
Imagine this.
It's not two things when I'm drinking.
We can't, because I'll choke.
You make me die on the live.
Can you look
I'm
up,
blushing.
please?
No, I'm blushing. Look, I can't look at the camera. I can't even look in Kevin's direction. Look at this.
Honestly, she's literally gone red.
She has.
I can't
You lot
function.
came late. We had a good chat, talk about
Is it? Life? Marriage?
And that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We're on
Okay.
we're on an early path to a different type of future.
Can we
Yeah.
actually talk about this? Yeah, because
Go
it's
on.
out there. There's a one of the sidemen.
Mm.
He
Mhm.
has a podcast with
Oh,
his
yes.
girlfriend.
Mhm.
Yeah.
If you could, I can't remember what his name is.
Oh,
But,
I don't know.
Yeah, I know
I
the
don't-
girl.
I mean,
I
I
know
don't
the
know, I don't
girlfriend's
care.
surname is Payne. Yeah,
Yeah.
she wants to keep her surname,
Yeah.
and he's like, I will not propose until you say you're going to take my
Oh my
surname
God,
because
that
she
old
wants to
chestnut.
She
double
wants a
barrel.
double barrel. Yeah.
Oh,
She ain't even saying I'm keeping mine. She's like, I want a double barrel. He's like, no, that's like halfway in, halfway out. That's like you're not putting your full attention. You're a half wife if you do that. That is what he called her. You're a half a wife if you do that.
he doesn't want to get married. He's stalling.
That's a man of wisdom.
I knew
Sorry.
Kevin was
Go
going to
on,
say that.
explain, Kevin. Thoughts.
Obviously, I'm building my empire. You know what I'm saying? So you need to have either you have my name or you don't. It's simple.
So why can't you double barrel it?
Yeah,
The Payne Sideman
Why are you
Empire.
barring the thing though?
What's wrong with a
Why
double
not?
barrel?
Why are you sharing the name?
Why not?
Why?
Because she still
Are we
wants
sharing
to. She
first
still
names?
wants her family.
What does
She still wants to be a part of her family, and she wants to be a
It's
part of
still
his
connected
family.
To her family via blood.
But why is your family
This is
better than
now-
my family?
It's not about being better. This is now marriage. You know what I'm saying?
But that is because you're basically saying that you're
You have to take my name. I'm building our empire.
We need to
are putting it
talk
together. I'm
offline
leading.
As
Yeah,
I was
family.
saying, if you two are going to get together, how's this going to work?
because I'm keeping my gem fee.
Yeah, would you double
What's your
barrel?
surname, but Kevin?
James.
I don't want that.
Is it
So you
because it's a
probably-
white name?
Yes.
He said that's a you problem.
I actually think it's out of order. I'm
It's
like,
just,
this is
he doesn't
like-
want to get
Yeah.
married in the first place. If you're using that as an excuse, I don't believe he wants to get married.
I don't see what the problem
It's a
is. I think
stall.
it's making a mountain of a molehill,
Yeah.
to be honest.
Like, if you really want to marry her, you should just take it.
would-
It's going to
Like,
double
what
barrel.
It's
does it
double
make?
barrel. It's
And like she's honoring her family. Like it depends how you feel about your family, isn't it?
Yeah.
I know some people they can't wait to get rid of their surname.
I was one.
Do you know what I mean?
I'll take that.
Whereas now, I would, if I was to ever, not that, definitely not on the cards for me. Definitely don't want to go
Oh,
down
how
that
do you
path.
know?
Right.
I've made a
Aw.
choice.
Yeah, but we haven't. We haven't.
What do you
As your
mean?
sisters.
Oh,
have the
okay.
fan.
So, sorry.
No, really? Okay, could
we
just,
haven't made this
stay on this for
decision.
2 minutes? Like, you really?
Auntie okay,
I didn't know
Shanae,
this.
we haven't made this decision with you.
You really don't want to get married for real?
Mm-mm. I
What
can't really. Don't get me wrong. Obviously, I went to a wedding over the weekend.
Exactly.
Beverly got married. It was amazing. Beverly and Isaac. Oh my god. Can we have
That's
a moment,
lovely, isn't
please?
it?
It was
Yeah.
so beautiful.
It was
Best
beautiful.
life.
So
Honestly,
you
it was
wouldn't want that for
beautiful.
yourself?
I mean, it's, you know what? If you can have it like that, yes. But I do think it's rare. Like what you and Russell have is rare. Do you know what I mean? It's a beautiful thing. You have a, no, I mean,
I don't
it is,
think
yeah.
it's that rare.
No, it is.
No,
It is
oh,
rare.
Speaking as a married woman, relax.
Yeah, please. Yeah.
Go on.
Do you know what I mean? Where you respect each other as people. Like, do you know
Yeah.
what I mean? That kind of thing. There's no, it doesn't seem like from the outside anyway that there's a power struggle, there's a mutual respect, there's a lovingness, there's a easiness, there's a, it's a beautiful, beautiful thing.
I just asked for Russell to comment just to check if everything's okay at home.
What do you mean for who? She's fine.
No.
Can you imagine? Blink if you want to escape.
But yeah,
no,
exactly.
but
It's true.
like,
that is rarity at this point.
It's very rare, and I can't lie. Like men nowadays, they have no incentive to be like that.
No.
They have no. So men who are choosing to, they are like,
unicorns.
do you know what I mean? They kind of are like, and I don't like to live in this whole kind of like there's not abundance. I do think there is. Do you know what I mean? But it's like when you're not seeing it, like, you know, or not seeing women being respected in their relationships, or even vice versa as well. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I think there is like a lack of, there's just like a lack of real love.
And
do you know what I mean?
quality.
Like, and I just, yes, I think if that could happen, yes, but I'm a realist.
So what you're saying is yes, but the options are
It's slim.
Marga.
It's slim.
But
Right,
if
I
it's
agree.
slim,
It would
you
ha-
would
take
have
it.
it. If that man came along, you're not anti-marriage.
No.
Right.
No.
Guys,
No.
No.
your aunties
no,
could
I'm
never
not.
at
But they would have
gmail.com
to.
make the heading be Sade.
What is
It's a message for you ladies.
Okay. Let's Excel says Nana said everything is fine at home. And Scovia Portia says Sade is right. It's not easy to meet the right person. Most of these women are single, married women, just single in a whole relationship.
Fact.
Well,
There's a lot of stuff going on right now.
This is the thing. And the thing is, it's just like, so like, obviously I went to Beverly and Isaac's wedding. It was a traditional Ghanaian wedding. It was the first one that I went to. And it was just amazing. And like, just like, obviously we see them outside of this. I work with Bev. Isaac supports her as well. Oh, Jesus. In terms of what, sorry, I say that again. Isaac supports her as well in terms of like what she does in terms of like pepper stuff and everything like that. So you see them together, like you see them being, living, loving, all of that kind of stuff together. And it is like 100% genuine. And just to see them, two families like being united in, I sound like a thingy, but like, do you know what I mean?
No,
like,
exactly.
and like under God and everything like that. It's beautiful.
It looks beautiful.
Yeah.
But I
He's
think
from Ghana too.
Yeah.
Okay.
So both gone in. Like most of the ceremony was in.
Was it in Tree?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I don't know what.
Are you now fluent?
No, you don't know any Trina.
Nah, bro.
In that moment.
I know Chale.
Oh Lord.
Not that I heard it, but yeah. But it was just such a beautiful, beautiful thing. And I'm like really, really happy for them. And like, I just don't know if many people get to experience that. And what was actually even more beautiful, although I'm not a religious person at all, but I like the sentiment behind it, is just like, you know, when they have everybody pray for them and to protect them, to help them and everything like that. Like, it takes a village, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? I mean, thinking, I wasn't even teary on the day, but
but it looked beautiful.
A very beautiful thing.
When I saw it, I felt the same kind of like, because it's the pangs of like what is out there it's really difficult. And it's not just on men that trash, the majority of you girls are, but it is that kind of having the not you, baby.
Yeah.
Oh God. Okay. We've gone there.
But it is hard to find that friendship, like that friendship first, that companionship, the understanding of each other,
like
and then moving.
Buddies.
Yeah, like that
they're
kind
buddies,
of.
man.
I don't know what it is. I don't know what's missing or what has happened. Where, especially our generation, weren't allowed to just. Or maybe I don't know. Maybe we're speaking to an echo chamber when other people are.
It is. How long have they been together though?
Oh, 2018 they met.
Okay, so 5 years. Okay.
Yeah,
It's nice.
In 2018,
What happened?
no, like what age? Not exactly, but were they like past 28 when they met? Do you know what I mean?
Ooh, that's
20s, isn't it?
Mentality thing.
They were
They're in their
20s. Yeah, they're
early
in their
20s or late 20s.
Late-ish.
And
middle.
what families, kind of backgrounds are they coming from? All that stuff
that
as
makes
well.
sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they both come from two-parent homes.
Okay.
Both their parents are still together, still married after
Right.
many, many years. Do you know what I mean? So it's kind of like, to
The
be,
blueprint.
yeah, if you have the example, then it's easier for that to
That's a
happen.
lot, yeah.
Yeah, do you
I
know
get
what
it.
mean?
I get it. I
think-
did it. Well, I guess my mum and dad were together for quite a while.
Yeah.
So it is 30 odd years before they broke up.
Mm.
But in my lifetime, I was a teenager when they broke up. So I didn't have that set example, but I did have it in other members of like my godparents, aunties and uncles. Like most people in my family, the elders, they are together. Divorce is very rare. And
Amen.
Russ lost his dad, so you know that his parents probably would have been together as well.
Yeah.
But that foundation of two people, I think I was very lucky. We were young. I was like 19. So you're not thinking it's gonna last, but I did meet my best friend. So
I think
I just lucked out,
amazing.
really.
It's about the friendship as well. It really
But
is.
I think it's out there and I would love it. I got more
Sade's right.
Sade doesn't want to get married. Like I just got more like that
You're
because it can happen.
Yeah, you think of it.
Yeah, no, you're right. People are finished.
Yeah.
People are finished.
No, I'd like to get married. But it is it's weird to think, especially at our age, is like what really is out there and what people that are not that unbroken.
You know what?
At this
That's
stage.
real. The brokenness of life.
Yeah.
That's a real factor. Yes, definitely. Being stuck in your ways as you get older.
100%.
Can you like blend a house?
Yeah.
You know, live with
Financials,
somebody
all that
else
stuff.
because
Yeah.
that's not easy. But it's still possible. There are people always finding love. So, you know.
That's true.
I'm hopeful.
Amen.
I can't lie, I'm not looking, but if it happens,
I'm just enjoying
Would
life.
you guys do speed dating?
You've asked this many
No.
times.
No, but nobody ever. No.
If there's, do you know what? Let it be curated in the greatest way ever. So far, I've not seen an event with speed dating where there's actually men attending because usually it's like 99% women.
I have done it back in the day.
Yeah.
And the women were just far
Exactly.
beyond the
Hold on, that is a PSA.
reach.
Where are the guys?
Where are the guys? Because when you go now, wherever we go out, especially at our generation and all things, there's more women than guys everywhere. Everywhere.
Too many men.
Not enough man. Not enough man.
They're not telling us the truth because you know in like it's too many girls. Like in Brazil it's 6-1.
What
Of what?
women?
Yes,
6-1.
6-1
In Brazil.
in Brazil.
Are you going?
Yeah, give me like 3 years.
You're gonna be there.
You go in Brazil.
So hold
Yeah,
on.
man.
What we gonna?
So this is what I think. They're lying to us here. I think there's more women than men.
But they always say that there's more women to win.
No,
Well,
they say it's like
over
52% or something.
And
What,
the
in the
women
UK?
I
live
think there's.
longer.
I think in the UK there's way more women than
There's
men because it
bare-
doesn't
there's
make sense.
bare
Where are the
females.
guys?
But
You know, I joke about prison and stuff, but obviously they're not all in prison. So where are you all? Maybe there's just more.
Sorry.
I
What
mean-
jokes are you making?
I just say
Because
that all the men are in prison.
a
So
lot-
if you're going to find somebody, go to prison.
There's bare women in prison as well. Anyway.
It's just a joke.
But there isn't a bridge between the prisons.
Just jokes.
It's just jokes.
There's not a bridge between the women and the men's prison, so that's not going to help.
But where are all of the men? Though,
But it's true.
Kevin?
Whenever I go out now, it is just literally, and you feel
The
I
man
can't
that
help-
move to Brazil. That's what's going on.
no,
Oh, do you think
like
they're
for
good?
reals.
Yeah.
Like
The UK
where
is
are
finished,
they?
man.
UK is finished, kind of.
Yeah,
I
the
don't
UK
know.
is
I don't like whatever this is,
Yeah.
whatever we have here.
It's not nice.
I don't like it.
I don't like it. Either.
I don't.
No, I don't like it.
It's like,
This guy. Meant to Excel says the trick to longevity in a relationship is sending news. I said what I said.
All now.
Seriously, Russ, you know I've been campaigning for years for you to get these nudes, yeah, unsuccessfully with no support.
But also something about the way the marriage is
Support.
sustained and hasn't ended is because maybe it's keeping you wanting is the trick.
Is
Free
it?
up the nudes, man.
I sent him news the other day. I went and
Another trick.
what was it? It was a whole load of, I found a whole collection of nude bras. They had it was like 30 different shades. I was like, this is just brilliant. So I just bombarded him with shades of nude bras.
Did he
It's like,
enjoy?
take your pick, what you're after. No.
I think you're keeping it
goodness.
spicy. I'm actually kind of a fan of what
This
you're doing.
is keeping
Yeah.
you
Keeping it spicy. I think it's good.
He'll get them when we're 80. Will you want them when we're 80?
You should do. You should do.
He's a turn AK's Michael.
It's on.
Seriously.
Guys, who are we welcoming to the family? Is there
Oh.
anyone you want to welcome to?
I want to
Oh, you forgot that part.
Yeah.
I want to welcome Usher.
I wanna
Ooh,
welcome Usher.
I love
Usher.
you know,
Usher.
I don't love that he announced that he's going to be doing the Super Bowl with Kim Kardashian. I don't love that
Oh,
part.
I didn't
Why?
see that bit.
Oh, they'd have a whole video together.
Yeah.
That was the
Why?
announcement
Where he's
video.
doing the confession
But why
things.
with Kim?
That's
For
what I don't
real?
love.
Put it on everything.
But they may be brethren.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, she's arguably one of the most famous women in the world. So, and his
I
Super
get it.
Bowl is the biggest advert
What's
in
it
the
got
world.
to do with Kim?
I would have preferred he
mean,
did it
like,
with Beyonce.
Put in, I mean, Beyonce's busy.
What? She's got time.
She got Zoom,
She's busy.
and she's rich enough to do a virtual
no,
impersonation.
she is busy. Seriously.
Beyonce would have been the
Or
preferable choice.
even a Kelly. Kelly's not busy.
Kelly?
Who?
Kelly's nice. Kelly Rowland.
Kelly Rowland.
Super Bowl.
No, just
No.
Just
to
to do
announce
the
it.
announce-
'cause why
announcement.
did they
Announcement
announce
of what?
together? Usher's. Do you want to take it away?
Usher is going to be performing at the halftime show. This is Usher's time. He's going to be doing the Super Bowl.
That's what I said. Super Bowl. No,
Yeah. And his announcement video, he did it with Kim Kardashian.
I think that makes perfect sense.
Why?
That's what I agree,
Because
Kevin.
she is like, if not, I don't know what the stats are, but I believe she's like the most influential woman in the world now.
One
More
of
than
them.
What's that got to do with Super
One,
Bowl?
one
In
of
terms of
them.
being-
One of them.
What
Yeah,
ha-
in terms of being
Please,
like an
guys, no one's
influencer,
answering.
Beyonce.
What has it got to do with
The Super Bowl is
Influence.
literally an advert, yeah.
Yes.
Like that's what it's
That's
about.
what it is, yeah.
Who's the biggest seller of things? Is it not Kim Kardashian? It makes sense. Her whole lifestyle is one advert.
But then why does Usher need? Because
It
all
makes sense.
the other
I'm
announcements, why
saying.
hasn't
No, they
Kim-
do. They do it in different ways. That kind of thing.
I get it. I
I
don't
don't.
want to concede. I
I don't get it.
But I didn't like that part. But
Yeah.
other than that he is going to have that show. I
Mm.
think it's going to be phenomenal.
Me too.
Yeah.
And yes, hats off to him.
Yeah, he was in
Yeah,
Paris.
because it
I
was-
missed the.
Yeah, that was it.
You don't think it made perfect sense?
It does. Marketing wise, it does. I get it. I don't like the power that she has.
I don't understand
okay.
why.
I mean, if she was
'Cause
here,
they-
I would
people
still be
watch
her
it
brethren.
anyway. So,
You know,
We
when
can
it's
still be
like
friends.
rent a black friend and she wanted to rent you would go, isn't it?
100%. I've been
Yeah.
trying to find a set of people to rent me for time.
Would
As
you
long
go,
as you
Kevin?
have a home gym.
Gone.
You're gone.
They even leave the kids like, you lot.
but they'll be
Take a
paid
picture
for.
for you.
They'll be paid for.
Call me Mr. Kardashian.
You know what it is? It does make sense, but it's more like why do they? They don't. It's people are gonna watch it anyway. It's the Super Bowl. It's one of the biggest events.
No, but
In the
like,
entertainment
we're
calendar.
talking about
But
it,
we're
aren't
talking
we?
about it.
But we would have talked about whether he did it with Kim or not. And we would
Nah.
absolutely.
You would talk about it more
I
because it's
didn't-
Kim.
I didn't know Kim did
I
the
know,
advert.
but now it's piqued your interest.
No.
and your disgust.
No.
So
And
wait,
you're annoyed.
people that don't watch the Super Bowl or that are not into sports and all of that,
Yeah.
but into influencing and
Mhm.
reality things, that now they're gonna watch the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like 3 more
They're gonna
people than
watch-
ever
yeah.
watched it.
No, no,
anyway.
it's fair. It's
yeah,
fair.
it makes
Hands up by a
sense.
million.
So we're welcoming Usher, not Kim.
I've got to add this comment in. Oh,
What's
wow.
the comment?
Scovia Portia says, I can't look at Usher the same way after court documents revealed that his penis oozed green juices as he passed
didn't
on
have to-
herpes to the women that sued him.
Wasn't that this contested?
Allegedly.
and all that?
Allegedly.
It's not been verified. And I didn't need you to read it out.
I
I
had
feel
to share.
ill.
Green juices, you know.
That's enough.
Okay, sorry.
Oh my god.
That is enough.
I think I would cry, you know.
Because like,
That happens
imagine
to
we
me,
were
I'll
getting okay,
cry.
guys. They're talking about it. We're gonna get tickets to the Super Bowl. Now you said that we're not going.
No,
I didn't
they
say it.
will.
I
They
just read
still
out
will
what
go.
Scovia said.
Yeah.
That's what I said. Just did my duty.
Thanks for the caveat. All right, yeah, but Usher, that would be amazing, and I really want to see him in Paris.
Yeah,
His
no,
parish-
I mean it was just
Mm.
it's finished now.
No,
isn't it?
no,
Or
no,
still do more
like
dates.
Fourth.
My,
Why is he not coming here though? I don't get it. Like I get it because UK's bad vibes. I do get it,
yeah.
but like
Where's the venue?
I would like him.
Yeah.
I would like him to be
You
here.
could do Cafe de Paris.
No,
No,
Exactly. That's
funny.
what I'm
No.
saying.
I mean, I get why he's in Paris.
Yeah,
like there's
it
just the
makes sense.
chicness of it and
Yeah.
everything, and
Yeah.
it's just down. He's there until the 4th of October.
Because it's sold out in a second, and it was
Did it go that
it's
fast?
sold out.
Oh.
So he's not performing in the UK.
No,
No,
Not this special review that he's doing.
mm-mm.
no, no, no. I don't
I want
blame
to go
him.
Vegas though. Would you
would
go
love to-
Vegas?
yes.
I would
Absolutely.
absolutely
Yeah.
love.
Do you
Girls
think
trip.
it's- Yeah, we should.
Yeah.
Can
Yeah.
we do that?
We will.
Can't the American tourist board like send us there?
Sponsor
Well,
us.
PSA, we'd like to go
Or
and
this,
see.
what is it? The state of Vegas. Can you sponsor us?
That's
please?
Nevada.
That's
isn't it?
Nevada.
Nevada, please sponsor
Yeah,
the
me
aunties
too. I'll
to
come
go.
and take content.
Yes, with
Of
Kevin,
AK.
the producer.
Yeah, we could have our cameraman with us.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
that's an essential part
I mean,
of the deal.
definitely.
Why are you speaking
Definitely.
like that?
It's a posh voice.
I know, right?
All right, guys. What
What changed?
you got
It was
business? It's a
sales
corporate
voice.
voice.
Oh,
It's a
okay.
corporate voice.
Essential part of the deal. Sales voice.
It was very good.
If you have me doing a presentation, that is how I'm gonna look.
Okay, take that off the list.
Noted.
So that's I'm not doing the presentation.
No.
Okay,
It
fine.
won't
No.
be you. All right, guys. What have you heard in the social media news streets?
What are we gonna start with,
Words.
dude?
Wow.
There's
Did you
so
guys?
much stuff. Go
There
on.
is. Okay. You know why? Because it was such a nice intro. I thought you were going to say something.
Oh, no,
There's so much stuff.
no.
Well, did you guys see the video of the little black girl getting denied her medal?
Wow.
I hated that.
Yeah.
My God.
Rage.
My God. So that if you guys don't know, a video went viral this week or last week of a gymnastic event in Ireland where a woman is seen handing medals to all the little gymnasts. And the thing, what makes this video even worse is that the black girl is in the middle. There's medal, jump the black girl, medal. The Irish Gymnastic Association said it was an accident and they apologized off whatever visibility and gave her a medal after the fact. The family have said that they didn't issue an apology or they didn't contact them. All sorts of happening. Apparently they've apologized now, issued a proper apology. And even to the point it reached Simone Biles, the family, when it happened, when the video went out, Simone Biles, the award-winning Olympic medalist gymnast from America, kind of reached out and sent the young little girl a video. But it was just, yeah, guys.
It was just stressing,
Yeah.
you know. I don't know.
Yeah.
It really set me off. And as much as people were sharing it, I think I watched the first time, and after that, I actually couldn't watch again. It was actually like really distressing. Like I wished somebody there stopped it in the moment, like the person that was filming. Like I just, you know, when you really want, like, but it's all in hindsight. But I wanted somebody to be like, no, look at her. And then when the woman goes off and gets more medals for the last ones, and she walks off again with one medal in her hand, still you weren't thinking, oh, I was supposed to give that to somebody.
Exactly.
Like there's no excuse. I think the Irish Gymnasts Association for not even saying that this is a case of racism.
Yeah.
Saying it was a mistake is gaslighting. We know what this is.
They said alleged racism. They're not even
No,
saying
They're not
that word.
admitting it
Alleged.
because they
yeah.
don't want. They
I was just
shit their
disgusted.
pants.
Like, I always say it every week, I'm disgusted at something, but I am disgusted at this one. This one,
No,
I
this
was
was
like, no,
horrible.
this was disgusting.
It was
Yeah.
horrible, and she looked so eager. I think that's what was painful. That she looked so eager and excited.
God.
And what I didn't get was there was the guy that taking the camera kept going. It looked like he was reassuring her. Like I don't know what he was doing.
I think
what
he
was,
just assumed that she's gonna get one too. So
Yeah,
like,
when
he
he went
was
back off.
preempting.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean? Like, because you
Okay.
follow the subject. Like,
Yeah.
okay, so I'm gonna get this moment.
Yeah.
And it never happened
And
because the woman's a witch.
because
Like,
as you're saying, then he could have been like,
honestly,
"Hey,
she's a witch. Yeah.
you forgot," because I know I would have.
But the thing is, it's also as well, like, if sometimes what racism is obviously pathological, right? Do you know what I mean? Like, what I imagine is happening is like, if I point it out and then she doesn't go back, then it's going to make it
That's bigger
even
thing,
worse
I
and it's going to blow up. Do you know what I mean? So I can understand why people freeze
Yeah.
in those. I'm not excusing it,
No,
but
fair.
like, I can see why people can freeze in those
Yeah.
moments.
Especially not causing a scene because it is like a live event. It's
Yeah.
being filmed, so you don't want to cause. But I don't know. I really
But
want
that's
what we do.
But this is the thing. It's just like, but when you don't act in those moments, you give space for people then to change the meaning of what happened,
Yeah.
to give those excuses to
Yeah.
say,
Exactly.
oh, it was
Exactly.
a mistake. Oh, I didn't see. I didn't notice, when everybody, even the other little boys and girls,
Yeah.
could see like what's
It
going
was
on
so
here.
bizarre.
Like,
Yeah.
How
was
could
horrible.
how could you not know? How's that a mistake? You went past her.
Like literally.
And the thing is, she's a black girl. You can't.
you can't miss her.
You cannot miss her.
Literally.
That
She's
was the
only
thing where it was
black
like
girl.
you're chatting shit.
Yeah.
To say
in
that
the
this was
middle.
just a mistake. You literally went to give it to her and then went to the one next to her.
Yeah.
You did that. She kept on stepping out of line and looking is like there's no missing what you did.
Yeah.
You didn't want to give her a medal.
And I
You know
wonder
what it is
why.
like?
What-
You
like,
know
what
when you're
that
at Soho, not to trivialize this, but when you're at Soho House, yeah, you're trying to get the waiters' attention. You know that they've seen you,
Yeah.
but they're literally walking past.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's what
That's
that
what-
was.
yeah.
That was
Yeah,
happening
yeah,
there.
yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
And we got to go into what is that?
What, no, definitely. What is that? 'Cause what,
racism.
yeah. But what motivated her to do that in front of everyone? Like, I'd love to hear from the family more. Like, what the hell? How has that girl endured these gymnastic classes and training? How is she treated in classes? Does she have the voice to speak up? Because you don't even know what's going on in those classes. You know, like, sometimes children don't want to make a fuss, but they know when a teacher's not giving them the right attention or treating them the same way as everybody else.
And this is the thing, like, not everyone has the privilege, but I mean, I think, like, us three in particular, we grew up with Black people around us, right? Do you know what I mean? Where we weren't necessarily the minority, like, and that is such a privilege. Like, sometimes I forget how much of a privilege it is, and like, even in this day and age, that's not most people's experience, you know?
Yeah, especially around the country.
Yeah.
But that's the conditioning, because we all go into, I don't want to be too loud. I don't want to call it racism, because then they're going to be like, that's not racist. It was a mistake. So I get, in hindsight, it is like, I wanted somebody to step in for her.
Yeah.
But even if I was in the audience, I may be quiet and hold it until afterwards to be like, she needs her medal. But the moment is, it should be in front of the audience. But we're conditioned to do that, to be silent, to be complicit, to allow things to take place, because it's always like, that's not racist.
I think it, as Black women and Black men, I would say, like, I think we're more naturally trying to protect a child and be like, oh, you missed one. Do you know what I mean? And would take on that role. Do you know what I mean? But I think, like, for people outside of our community, it's a challenge. Like, you have to confront so much stuff for you to actually break through and actually make the action
and admit that, this is wrong, like, in this moment.
This is actually what I'm seeing, because it means that you have to admit that it exists. You have to admit that person is committing this, and do you know what I mean? You have to do it in front of everybody. And then what if they all turn against you? Do you know what I mean?
Even that consideration of loyalty, whatever that cultural loyalty that we all have in our own communities, even that breaking the whatever white code it could be, you're not going to speak up in that moment. I believe I feel like, being rowdy in the audience, I might be like, yo, make a scene.
Especially if there's a group of us and be like, hey.
Yeah. Like, there's one girl, the one Black girl in the group of 12 who doesn't have a medal.
Like, come on.
How?
Don't be silly. And there's still one in your hands.
How?
Yeah. So you should even go back across and be like, who doesn't have one?
Yes.
Because I still got one left.
Exactly.
And she hasn't spoken, has she, whoever she is?
Oh, she needs to immediately be sacked. Because they're saying this happened last year.
Yeah, 18 months ago.
No, for sure.
No.
Yeah.
Not okay.
All right, guys.
Yeah, next one.
We're calling for a sacking, yeah?
Yeah.
Yes.
Another person who needs to get Suella Braverman, your favorite.
Oh my God.
Who's that?
The Home Secretary. The Home Secretary, apparently, of this country.
Okay.
Well, she has ordered a review of armed policing after the police officer who was found, well, he hasn't been found guilty. He was identified as being the person that shot and killed Chris Kaba, 24-year-old Black man, last year.
So he's been charged with murder.
He's been charged with murder.
Yeah.
And he appeared in court last Thursday. But as a result, there's two things in this. As a result, Suella Braverman says that firearms officers have to make split-second decisions and mustn't fear ending up in the dock for carrying out their duties. And apparently, it's been reported that over 70 police marksmen said they want time to figure out if they still want to carry a gun on the job because their colleague is facing a murder charge. And it's been reported that some armed officers have declined to go out on their usual armed patrol, saying they'll only respond to emergencies, where we now have the army on standby because of this kind of protest.
Fine.
But my point is fine, but also it's like, are you guys okay? Like, how disgusting is that? That just because your colleague potentially has done something wrong, we're going through the legal procedure, so we have to say allegedly and potentially.
Yeah.
You guys are protesting. How about let things happen? Let him be found guilty or not guilty before you make a decision. This is very throwing your toys out the pram.
I think it just shows that they're a gang.
Yeah.
That's what they are. They're the biggest gang in the UK.
Facilitator.
Do you know what I mean? And I think it's just like, obviously she's put this into place, or she's called for this after this pretend protest.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's just like, oh, you can protest, can you?
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
They're allowed.
Making ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. So yeah, I just say I don't know. I think we just have to ignore this, to be honest. Like, if they want to throw their toys out the pram, we shouldn't have guns in the UK, full stop. anyway. Do you know what I mean? Like, because we can see in this case they're misused.
Yeah.
So and someone's lost their life.
Yeah.
Based on this one person, and you want to it's disgusting.
Who was
And it's
unarmed,
fair.
by the way?
It's fair for them to show who they are.
Yeah.
And literally be like, we should have carte blanche to kill people, is what these 100 people are saying.
Yeah.
So now we know who they are, because they're like, we're not going to do this job anymore. Great.
Yeah, shut
The
it down.
police needs to be gutted anyway. It's like, if you start to self-identify yourself, that's even better, because then other people who understand, if I do something wrong, I'm going to be prosecuted. That's how the police should be.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be able to do whatever you want.
Exactly.
Like, it's not that. You're human as well.
Yeah.
And lots of them are racist.
Yeah.
So to me, this is cool. It's not that the army are better, but if they got to step in, they got to step in.
Then they got to step in for a bit. Like, do you know what I mean?
And step in for what? Because this country's not volatile like other places. So
no,
it's
that's
like,
the thing.
You know, they
It's
don't
just
kill
like,
too many people, but they overkill black people.
Yeah.
And that's what we're saying is not okay. I think I read a stat that actually in I think it was like in 40 years they've killed over 1,000 people.
Oh wow.
And only one person has been prosecuted with manslaughter. So the fact that he's even had this murder charge,
wow,
in this system, you know that what he did was absolutely negligible. So the fact that people are protesting with this history is like, you guys all we should all be like, actually, they should be suspended.
Yeah.
And let's look at them.
Yeah.
Because what are they up to?
Cases.
What have they been doing on WhatsApp?
Yeah.
Who are these people?
Yeah,
What type of mini gang are they that they're throwing their prams out? You know, it's good that you showed yourselves.
Yeah.
I was just disgusted, to borrow your phrase. I was disgusted. I thought, how dare you protest? I get the necessity of showing your colours. And Suella, she's a shepherd for the devil continuously.
Non-stop in it. It's like
Non-stop.
everything that takes place, she will always do the most white supremacist thing.
Like, aren't you tired?
Always. No, she's not. She doesn't
Susu,
stop.
aren't you tired?
The chick does not stop. She's
Like,
always at it. We can count on Suella to do what the most right-wing white person is going to do. That's what we can count on her
I wonder
for.
what like her contract is.
No, but the thing is, you know, it did get me thinking though, because you know all these black right-wing journalists who've just been exposed for not actually writing their stories. Do you know what I mean? Like, I mean, I feel like Suella's just in the same group.
She
like,
is.
do you know what I mean?
She
It's
is
just like,
part of
push this through.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean? Say this line, do this thing.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
fine.
And we're going to give you
I
X
will do
amount.
it, guys.
Yeah, don't worry.
Yeah,
I
don't
got it.
worry.
It will be better coming from a brown person anyway.
Do you know what I mean? She's probably like, yeah, I've got
But when you go home,
pay
you
for my
with her.
jacuzzi. That's going to cover that or something. Do you know what I mean? Like, you can imagine.
I weren't her with the astronomical beauty bill. It was Preeti,
Oh,
wasn't
no, it's
it?
Preeti, yes.
Imagine.
What happened to her?
Disappeared me.
Ain't she going to come back and try and run at
What's
some
Preeti
point?
up to?
I think she's
No one
probably going to
cares.
try
She's
and
gonna try
run.
and run at some point.
But I don't, anyway.
No one wants to.
I think the conservatives, but it's a wrap for you guys. If we can't get through winter, forget about it. It's not going to happen.
That's an interesting one. I still don't know if the Labour Party could win, but
No, I think so.
Who? Keir is.
No. But I don't think he is going to stay.
Who's his
Like, I think they'll
replacement?
probably have someone else.
Who?
I don't know.
The fact that we don't even know a name of a second in command.
I don't think it matters.
no, I
Do
don't
you think they're
even
going
know.
to do
be
Biden?
honest.
Like someone just come in like Biden and just take it over, like,
Yeah,
and do something good.
Yeah. I think. Well, I don't know about do something good, different.
Different. I mean,
Yeah, I want to go back. Like, I mean, like I know people don't like him and stuff, but
Who?
yeah, Blair, Mr. Tony Blair, man, I want to go. That time we had youth clubs and. Do you know what I
Good
mean?
old
Like,
days.
yeah, do you know what I mean?
we had adventure playgrounds.
It was fun.
We played had in the
You know?
playground.
I don't
We
know
had
if
loads of stuff.
Blair is actually a war criminal.
That's what
Oh
I was
yeah,
saying.
okay, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Not that part.
Yeah.
Before
early
we got
days.
there, I
Dude
mean, like
needs to be prosecuted.
92.
When he first came in.
Wow.
Yeah, Blair needs to
When
be
he was cool.
prosecuted.
When he
half
was
an
like,
hour.
things can only
Get
get better.
Oh my God, imagine that.
That whole campaign, and he tried to come in like he was sexy.
Yeah, they really thought he was. They really
thought he was-
painted
he
him
was a
like a
babes.
good-looking,
Yeah.
like
Ugh.
eligible.
But it's like-
Not even eligible, but you know what I mean, like just like a sort
Yeah,
kind of thing.
yeah, because it was
Like,
like,
they
he
tried
was
to
young.
do
that.
Yeah.
A sort. that.
But like no.
Right, so
Looking
it's a
back at it
shame.
now, it's like no,
No, ever.
absolutely not.
Okay, what do? Do we do dilemmas or do one more news story?
One more news story, please.
All right then. Well,
What is it?
I was going to go for Tyler Perry giving us all lectures on how to date. Did you see the clip?
Stand that dude.
Oh,
Is there another one?
okay.
Oh, really?
Tyler.
Oh, no. I feel you. You know what it is, though, yeah?
Because
Like, I like the business acumen of what he's done.
Mhm.
If it's what I think it is, do you know what I mean?
No hidden shenanigans behind
Yeah,
the
do you know
scenes.
what I mean?
Okay.
I like that, but like there does seem to be a fixation on Black women
And
the dysfunction
Yeah.
of Black women. Like, do you know what I mean? Like it is like that is the standard for him. That's what he perpetuates all the time.
That's it. That's
Do
his
you know what's
subject
going-
matter, isn't
do
it?
you know
It's
what's
like that's
going
what
through
he
my
feeds
head?
us.
Yeah,
a
go
lot
on.
of things are going through my head that I'm not going to say on camera.
No, go say
I can't because
That's his thing. That's his thing. He wants
Yeah.
us to be in this perpetual cycle of like just not being upheld and being in pain. Why is he not talking to Black men?
that's exactly my comment.
That's
'cause
it.
So
what he
basically,
was saying.
okay, what did he say?
So basically,
Summarise.
it was, I don't know where, I can't remember where the interview was. It was a clip that I caught. And he was just saying that women and people just need to
Black women.
He first of all, he said people. He said people a
Okay.
few times.
Yeah.
And then it's a lot like what we talked about. It's relationships or partnership, and don't look over the man that's not making this, that, and the other. Things that we've discussed in rationale, in content. But then he said, if a man can't pay the light bill, look at his other qualities. And then he went into y'all with your lists, and then it's like, okay, you're not talking to people, you're talking to Black women. And yet again, Black women are being told to downgrade, to downplay their excellence, to take a man who can only pay the light bill. And sure, he's probably being dramatic and not meaning literal light bill only, but this is what we're constantly told. But yet talk to men about actually, can you withstand the insecurity that might come with a woman that makes so much more than you?
But this is the thing, like
Talk to men.
Black women do this anyway.
Exactly. All
Like,
day
that's-
long.
That's the norm.
Yeah.
That's the norm. You're just saying how it is.
Mm.
Like,
I
it's
was like, what are
it's
you
not
talking
insightful.
about?
It's not like, it wasn't empowering. It wasn't
No.
insightful. It wasn't anything. It was a bit of an insult, to be
It
honest.
really was.
Because it's just like your audience is mainly Black women. Do you know what I mean? It's
Yes.
just like how it's like a toxic relationship. Sometimes I know people don't really like this, but like how the church is with Black women, I think,
yes.
and keeps them in this perpetual state of like singledom
And servitude to
Yeah,
men.
so, yeah. Do you know what I mean? So like, not all churches, but some toxic ones out there. But yeah, before they start coming.
He was chatting
Love
nonsense.
of Jesus.
It was
Jesus.
nonsense, basically. It literally was Black women. You guys are earning more. You're outperforming men.
Yeah.
So you can't all go for these men that are going to be earning more than you. What you need to do is, if the guy can't go halves with you, is just give him one bill to pay. There are people that have done that.
I think like in the idea of like ratios and percentages in terms of like what you bring into your household, you should work it out in percentages.
Yeah.
If that's what you're bringing in, cool. That's fine. As long as you've got a good attitude though, and you
That's the
respect and love
thing.
and do you know what I mean, are good people, which goes back to the beginning of our conversation. There's a lot of men out there that do not have the incentive to be those things.
And to do
At
better.
all.
Then
Like, do you know what I mean?
men start
Not
talking
saying
to
that
men.
women are great, but like all women are
was
great.
just
But
like
like,
men
yeah.
to
Talk to men.
Yeah.
Just talk to men, because
As a
leave us
man,
alone.
yeah.
We talk to each other, and we went for years of Iyanla and Oprah and all the self-help books that man made for us. We listened and we tried, but then we're met with low energy and bad vibes.
But isn't it
Yeah.
counterproductive even to be like, okay, so Black women, you're earning more than men. So what you should do is just have them pay one bill. And shouldn't it be Black men? How do we
Step
actually
up.
earn more?
That's
What do
it.
we need to do to improve ourselves so that we are really
You know
thriving
what,
in the
yeah.
job market?
Exactly. 'cause
Why are you telling another set of people to just look after
Do you know?
men? So
Do you know
mad.
what is so mad? Yeah, because usually billionaires are out of pocket. Yeah, by saying like, if you're poor, this is all you need to do. But no, Tyler Perry went one step further and said, you know what, Black women, you do more. You
Yes.
do more.
Yeah.
Do you know what I
Do
mean?
even
Like,
more.
It's out of order.
How about tell men, because I get men talk about the racism, the patriarchy that's affected them and the racism that's held them back. But yet, Black people in general, we're entrepreneurs, and there are lots of entrepreneurial Black men. That's standard. Even those on the roads. You lot of businessmen, aren't you? Do you know what I
But
mean?
shouldn't Tyler actually be putting some of his billions that he's
Into
amassed
black men
into
programs?
black men?
Yeah, programs.
I think he does
He
some
probably
stuff. I
does.
think his studio is like in the middle of like a black area and things like that.
Atlanta.
That's and stuff like that. So yeah, I think he's trying in some sense, but just take us out of your mouth.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
Because your content
That's
already
it.
really labours the point that
You
black women
know?
make ridiculous decisions all the time in love. You show like showcase that in pretty much all your
all
shows.
the time.
And so
all the time.
how about we take the shows, we love you for that, and then you talk to men in your programs and classes and courses and internships for men.
That would be
Kevin,
great.
Would you date a woman that's earning more than you?
Yep.
Yeah, and you wouldn't have any issues with it, wouldn't affect your self-esteem.
Unless she's making me feel some type of way about it.
How would that be? What would she do to make you feel some type of way?
Would she have to be like, you're not doing enough, like belittle you?
Yeah.
Or give you pocket money
Would
or
it-
something?
No.
You'll take the pocket
I'll
money.
take all day.
if she's like unpaid, like in front of people, would she have to give you money beforehand to make sure that you don't look like you're being paid for? If you lot were in a group setting at dinner or something, could she take her credit card?
No, I don't give a damn. My girl's got it where she can pay.
Okay. I mean, this is a different kind of man.
This is the thing. Tell your
Not all-
friends.
yeah, tell your people. Yes, talk to men, Kevin. Guys, talk
Let
to
me
your
get this
brothers.
one from Scovia. That
Mhm.
she says Tyler Perry is a drag queen telling black women that struggle love is okay. He needs more sad content for black women to consume. He makes more money with black struggle.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Kevin said
Okay.
facts. I'm just
he's a man.
stipulating, just in case anyone's listening.
He's a man.
Just saying.
Kevin's the man in the room, and he
Yeah,
said facts.
he said
Kevin,
facts,
the
okay.
man, said facts.
Okay, dilemma.
You know, we should have a section called Talk to Kevin.
Yes. We
Talk
should.
to
I
the
give
man.
good advice, you know.
Join in with this section. On.
Oh,
Aunties know best.
God.
Aunties know best. Aunties know best. Aunties know best.
Aunties know best.
Aunties know best.
Oh my God,
Wow,
Kevin.
Kevin.
If I could love you anymore. If I could love you anymore. This is it.
Thank you, baby.
This is it.
I get
And at that
fancy?
moment, they got married.
I'm in love. Round and round I go. Okay. All right. So this one is a celebrity dilemma. Guys, we're going to solve some celebrity dilemmas each week.
Okay.
Yeah,
Go on.
yeah, I love this.
I think this is what we need to do because they need our help, I believe.
Mhm.
So this is a bit of a serious one. Actress Kerry Washington recently opened up about discovering that her biological dad is a sperm donor and not the man she grew up with.
Oh, wow.
You're right.
Thank you. I wanted that reaction.
Mhm.
In interviews with the New York Times and People magazine, she shared that going on the popular Ancestry series Finding Your Roots, hosted by Henry Louis Gates, is how this family secret came out.
Jesus.
Bruv. As participants on the show do, she had to take a spit sample to explore her DNA, but she realized her parents' hesitation, especially her dad. She told Mr. Gates, who went to speak to her parents, and it was through those conversations the truth was revealed. Kerry has said, I've always had this weird disconnect with my dad, but I thought that was my fault. I thought I wasn't a kind enough person, but the idea that I was not his never occurred to me. It was just, why can't I be better to him? Why can't we be closer? What's wrong with me? What's wrong with us?
Oh,
She also says that she's experienced mixed feelings about the revelation, including liberation, excitement, guilt, and resentment. So I'm saying to you guys, how would you advise Miss Kerry Washington, Emmy Award-winning actress, how to get through this, and her parents, especially possibly her dad as well, the father that raised her?
Because that's her dad.
That's her dad.
Basically, it's
Yeah.
like, as far as she is known, this is my dad.
Yeah,
And so there was probably some type of fertility issue why they went down that route.
right.
Anyway. Oh my God.
It's a lot. I mean,
That's madness. But just from doing a show, though, that's the crazy thing of that coming
yeah,
and having to deal with it. I get the part where she said about like feeling relieved, because then it takes away that, oh, our disconnect is more genetics than
Mm.
and it's not something that mean. She was
Yeah.
feeling mean.
yeah, that also makes sense. But that's also telling as well that there
Mhm.
was that disconnect there.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I don't even know. That's a lot of time to talk with each other. I think that's therapy. Like everybody now, because you need to start
Family.
again.
Yeah.
This is a new
That is
revelation
family
of your
therapy.
family. Yeah. You all need to now work out what your new family dynamic is with this information and how you may go into real appreciation with each other.
Yeah.
Because he raised her.
Yeah. And she also needs to be allowed to be angry. She needs to be allowed to, like, they need to allow her space to figure that out, because it's a secret that they kept from her. And obviously to protect her, I don't think it was, I don't know if it was, I would not like to say, I can't speak for them, that it was maybe malicious intent, that maybe they're like, because even knowing that I don't know how people who are the product
I don't know. I feel like he lied to me.
that's what she's probably felt as well.
Yeah, that's like, because like I think like if you're looking for a sperm donor and stuff and everything like that, then the child has a legal right at a certain age, depending on obviously country and stuff, to know like that was the process, but not necessarily be in touch with the person. Kind of thing. So like I think, I don't know, something is, I think there's something a bit selfish about.
That's the thing. I think at 18,
I think
16.
there's something a bit selfish about not telling. Like you're just saving face rather than being honest with your child. Do you know what I mean? Right. And I think like I don't like that. I think you should be honest.
And it is the assumption that the child's not going to be able to take it. But
I mean, she's a big freaking woman. At what point, like, is she not going to? She's a complete. Like, do you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, it's not. It like if it doesn't matter, then it doesn't matter, does it? Like, do you know what I mean? If you're saying that not being your biological dad doesn't matter, I raised you, then it doesn't matter. Oh, sorry, it doesn't matter. So, like, why make it?
But then that's what.
Why not be honest?
Not to make an excuse, but that's what people do. They build up this thing that. And then it becomes that elephant in the room that you can't speak about. And then it's like, well, she's okay. She doesn't need to know. And possibly they thought they would maybe die before it came out.
But it's
not saying that's right. But
the thing is, it's like with children, obviously, when they, which you guys know, like when something happens, they blame themselves, which she's clearly done. Do you know what I mean? And she's had for her whole life no explanation or understanding on why those things happened or what she felt. That could have been avoided had they had the honesty.
God, it's so hard. I think we didn't really go down the route of like if we're going to have a sperm donor, but while we was trying to conceive and it was like taking long and we didn't know what the issues were, when you're in certain forums, it is like, okay, so maybe you need a sperm donor. Now, thinking of the conversations that I had with people that were my friends online, I don't think any of them who were going down that route were going to tell their child that wasn't their child, because there's so much this is how we're going to have a child. It's almost just like the means to an end. So I don't know. At one stage so I thought that I could be an egg donor to get free IVF. And even in that, it's like, if it was the other way around and I needed an egg donor, I don't think my children now, I would be like, I needed an egg donor, so you're not mine. I don't know if maybe it's different in a way, but I may not have really have gone down that road to tell them how they got here.
But the thing is, it's okay. I think that whole thing needs to be like stripped of like the shame, the guilt, all of that. That's what it needs to be. Do you know what I mean? Because that's what ultimately is, and it's just like I think it's it can be too damaging. Do you know what I mean? Like I even watched this very weird show on Netflix. Oh my God, what was it called? Dear Child or something.
Our Father, that one.
No.
I saw that come up, but I didn't go into it.
Okay. So basically it's like a story of this. Oh God, it's too long. This child was kidnapped. This woman was kidnapped, and she was impregnated by the guy that kidnapped her. Right. She breaks free.
True
we
story.
think that no, it's not actually. It's like kind of loosely based on something, but not really. It's a novel.
That could happen, yeah.
But yeah, so she breaks free with one of the children.
Right.
And the child is in the thing. She has an accident. She's knocked down by a car. and they say, what's her blood type? And she's like AB, but it wasn't the right one. And then she has a blood transfusion, nearly kills her.
Oh,
right?
Oh, Lord.
But it turned out that wasn't her mother anyway.
Oh,
Do you know
wow.
what I mean? He had just been killing women over and over again,
Right.
replacing her with different people, and the children have learned to say that this is my mum,
wow.
this, that, the other. But this is what I'm saying. Like, obviously, that's a very extreme,
Very, very
Most extreme.
What? Yes.
but my point is about honesty. Do you know what I mean? That because there's biological things which you cannot, what do you call it, like hide from, that are in your DNA, that are conditions and types and all those kind of things. At some point, if you're lucky, it doesn't come up, but at some point it's gonna come up. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
I think there's also, again, generationally, there are those men that stepped in, that's your dad, and that's it. And those conversations aren't had. And I think I'm going to give the parents that generational thing where they don't talk about certain family secrets, just not the done thing.
I
And
think it
also
needs
be
to
interesting.
change.
It's interesting whether the whole man being the leader of the, like the man's manhood is a thing, and he's the leader of the household. So protecting his manhood, all of that, because if it was that he couldn't,
To have a
conceive.
sperm donor,
Yeah,
he's
it
older
is
than
a
us.
man.
so
That's very different time to even
Yeah.
be getting fertility treatment and how it would work and all of that is very different. But even now, when it is a man that has a fertility issue, as women, you definitely go into it. It kind of, people assume it's the woman's fault all the time.
Yeah.
So you'll take that on.
Yeah.
Like, we're getting this treatment, and it's people don't ask. But you don't lead with, oh, we have sperm issues.
Yeah.
You don't lead
Protect the
with
man
that.
in
So
that
I
sense.
get actually even having the donor in that day and age, even now, I don't know too many people that would say, like,
That's a shame.
you were, we were able to conceive because we had a sperm donor and your dad is not your biological father. I think that would be so rare.
Yeah.
I think it would be very, very powerful and probably save a lot of heartache if people were honest.
Yeah.
Do you know what I
So-
mean? I think at a certain age,
Yeah,
you're
should kinda
entitled
tell.
to know.
I think so. But then, so
Yeah.
how do they heal? What advice would we give to Kerry and her parents in moving forward?
It's definitely therapy and real understanding and trying to heal their relationship.
Yeah.
Actually, because there's something there.
Yeah.
There's probably heaps of shame on his side, and she was sensing that. And it's so now they need to really be like, how can we be okay? He's a family because I was created in love. It's a bloody hard process. So just to even know that I was wanted enough that at that stage in the 70s, my family went and got a donor. There's a foundation of love there. Yeah, it's to lean into that way more than the deception. It is a deception, but there was love there.
And parents, just give her time to go through the emotions of anger,
That's
upset, because she will do, and she should be allowed to.
Gosh.
Raging
Just don't
out,
stay
mate.
there.
I think, I would. What do you mean? Rage out with my own issues.
Oh, God. Are we allowed one more? Do we have to?
No, I
wrap
think
up?
we've got to wrap up.
Right. Okay. Well, guys,
Thank you.
thank you.
Do you like how new look? I think actually Scovia earlier on did say that she likes the look. Like,
thank you.
We
thanks.
like this as well. This lighting
Thank
is
you.
exquisite.
Thanks.
Kevin has done his thing.
Again.
Thank you, Kevin.
Again.
Guys, thank you. We'll be back live next Monday.
Yes.
Oh,
5:30ish.
Yes.
Yes.
Tune in. Have fun. Be safe. Your aunties could never.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.